Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the weekly review with Sean Serak. I am Sean Keaton Torres Sr. And of course, I am joined along with.
And it's your boy Serak the Mike. How we doing this afternoon on a beautiful Thursday?
It's Thursday. It's Thursday. Yes, it is Thursday. It is beautiful down here. Okay, I gotta admit, it's nice to have warm weather here when the rest of the country is starting to get cold. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy how you forget it's supposed to be cold in October?
Yeah, bro.
That's crazy. But as you can see, today's guest is my brother from another. Second interview was I think our first interview was a year ago today or close to it.
Close to it.
It's close to a year, yeah.
Either way, this man needs no introduction. I feel like Bruce Buffer, two-time author, two-time author, motivator, founder, and barely legal to drink. My buddy, Devin Paladino. How you doing, man?
Welcome to the show, brother. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me on. I'm doing good. How you guys doing?
Doing good, man. Glad to have you back. Glad to have you back on the show.
We live.
You, like Serak was saying, you are a writing fool, man. You
Yeah,
got
man.
2 books done in the middle of writing a children's book. I mean, what else you doing?
Man, just working, man. I'm just going to school, writing, working out, same routine. Just really trying to, get big and make it happen. The only way to do that is by working hard. So that's
Gotcha.
just motivated to try and get there.
So last time we talked, you had just completed your first book, and obviously, fast forward today, you got another one already published. Give us a refresher, man. What's changed since the last time we talked? Everything. We want to know everything.
Yeah, we do. Yeah,
mean, I finally went out the country. I took a trip out to France.
Okay.
First time leaving the country, I went out to Paris. Somewhere I've always wanted to go, somewhere I always dreamed of going. And, I had to get fully vaccinated first. And
Right.
I was I was hearing rumors that, Europe was going to open up, and I was paying close attention to that. And they said France is going to open up. So France reopened to Americans June 10th, as long as you're fully vaccinated for 2 months prior. And I had got my last vaccine in April. So I was all good to go. And, I was like, I'm not in, because I didn't do summer classes. So I was like, this whole summer, because I just wanted to focus on finishing my second book. So I'm like, I'm not doing nothing this summer besides writing, and working. Let me finally go make this dream come true, while I'm young. And, somebody had told me, they're like, travel while you're young now before you get, you have to pay back your student loans, then you get a full-time job, and then you got your own living place, and then you obviously you find a girl, have a family with them, then you're stuck. And just do it now while you're young. You don't have that much.
You hear that, married folks? You're stuck. You're stuck.
I mean,
you're not stuck. You're not stuck, but he's
stuck.
right. I mean, once you hit, I'm not gonna say a certain age, but a certain stride in life. Once you hit a certain stride in life, you've got too many responsibilities. Just
You really like Greenland.
Yeah, exactly.
Tomorrow I'm going to go to Paris, and then Wednesday I'm going to go to Australia.
Right.
It's just too many responsibilities, and it's like who knows if there's going to be another pandemic? I mean, who knows with COVID there's going to be
still
some
in
new. And that's what I'm saying. Who knows if there's going to be another variant that's going to be deadlier? Why not go now? So I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna do this now while I'm having the summer off. And I was just like, I just saved my money up, and then I went, and it was one of the best experiences of my life. It was so amazing. Like as soon as I got off the plane, I'm not gonna lie, I started getting really nervous. I'm like, damn, I'm in another country. My phone's not working. I'm like,
Y'all speak English? Y'all speak English over here?
And I'm looking, I get off the plane, I'm seeing everything is in French. Everything is in French.
Yeah.
Everybody, all I'm hearing is French.
That's what happens in France. Everything's in French.
Bro.
I'm gonna slow you down. I'm slow you down real quick, because we had a guest on last week. Azu, he's the black nomad. He's a world traveler. So I'm gonna kind of compare a little bit. So you took a plane. You did the whole Paris trip. He's been to Paris trip. He's done the Paris thing too. But I'm pretty sure that the way you guys did it was different. So without giving us a figure, around how much or around how long did it take you to save up to get to do the Paris trip? You don't have to be exact or anything. I just want to kind of compare doing it his way, your way.
Probably about a month.
Okay.
Yeah, two paychecks.
Shit, my man.
See,
wait,
I don't.
What is that
I don't
doing?
work. I don't work.
Not a paycheck.
Yeah.
We go travel the world real quick. 1 second, baby. Next Friday.
I know,
got you.
right?
Promise.
See,
Promise.
And that's without me working full time. Now, if I work
Right.
full time, it probably would have been at least like maybe one, probably two, just to make sure you have enough cash when you go over there.
Right.
Because it's more expensive over there because the euro dollar is worth more than American dollars. So, for instance,
currently,
I took out $200 in euros, and that was $280 in American dollars. So it was more money spent.
Right.
So
right.
yeah, bro, but it's actually not that expensive as people think. Like, okay, for instance, like one of my friends, he always buys designer stuff. He spent $690 on a pair of Gucci shoes at the mall the other day.
Woo!
That is a flight to Paris.
Please tell me he has like a vehicle, like he has a car, right?
He has a 6-figure job, right? I'm just saying.
I think he stays at home with his parents still.
No, come on, man. You can't.
What I was trying to explain to him is that $690 you just spent, that's less than a plane ticket is to go to Paris. Like, think about that. You buying a pair of shoes just to look good for Instagram, and you're still gonna be doing the same thing where you could literally buy a plane ticket to go halfway across the world, which is some people who've never done that and never will do that.
Exactly.
And you get to experience something once in a lifetime. Like, I don't know, bro. My mentality is just different. Like, growing up in Chicago and Rockford, it's like everybody's like, you don't really leave out of there. And I'm trying to change the culture to be like, instead of spending like $600 on a pair of Gucci shoes or $400 on a Louis belt, like, why not use that money to save up and get a new car or go travel somewhere out the country and do something like that? Like, people make it seem like you have to be some millionaire to leave the country. No, you don't. Like, that $690 you just spent was less than a plane ticket to go to Paris. Like,
why are you trying to inflate? Why are you trying to inflate somebody else's basically experience when you can inflate your own? Basically, you're paying for someone else's experience, but you can inflate your own and do the trick yourself and make your own memories.
Yeah, that's true.
It's very true. And and listen, you want to really flex on the gram, go to France, take some pictures. Like, what look better? If you scrolling through your little news feed, you see some nice shoes. Oh, that's nice. But then you see your boy out in France somewhere in the I don't know, Eiffel Tower, smoking a cigarette or some stuff like that. Like, yeah, man, that's what you should be doing.
And that's the ones you stop on when you strolling through Instagram. It's like, oh, nice shoes, oh, nice shirt. But then you think you the way Instagram does it too, you're like, oh, well, this guy might be an ad, this is an influencer or whatever. Even if it's one of your boys, you're like, okay, whatever, I'm just keep scrolling. But then you come across one, you're like, dang, where is he at? What's he looking at? You're like, and that's where you stop. That's when you start going through. Like, oh, that's cool, man. That's
is this Photoshop? No, it's real.
Exactly. I know. And then you gotta persuade people that this is a real trip. Like, no, it's not.
Yes, bro. Like, this is not Photoshopp. Like, this is the actual.
Don't I take a video?
Tower.
Exactly.
But it was great, bro. Like, it was one of the. I'm just very thankful God gave me the opportunity to be able to go and do that, because, like, being a foster kid and being that, people don't do that stuff. Foster kids don't do that stuff. Like, it was just very amazing, and to read the text messages I was getting, like people were just saying that's so inspiring. Like, wow, because people know I was just riding the city bus 3 years ago. And what's crazy is a year ago today, I just bought my first car. So
nice. Wow.
So much has changed within the past year, bro. Like, I didn't even have a car.
You appreciate it more.
Yeah, bro. Like, I didn't even have a car around this time last year. I was riding my bike everywhere. And it's just crazy, like, how much has changed and everything. And then, like, just to be able to make those memories and experiences, like experience a different culture. And I went to the Louvre Museum, which is the biggest art museum in the world, and I saw the Mona Lisa, like the real Mona Lisa. Like, that was really cool. Right?
Can you take pictures?
Tower, that doesn't even need to be explained. That is even more beautiful in person. Like, it's amazing, bro. It was just,
can you take pictures in the Louvre?
Yeah, I did. I took a few pictures. I made sure I got a picture from the Mona Lisa.
You got to, bro, right?
And in front of the Mona Lisa, like, it's literally like a line to get through to the picture. Like, the line was like it's almost out the door. So you had to go, there's like a specific gallery. The art museum is huge, but there's like a Mona Lisa gallery. And then the Mona Lisa is right in the middle of the art museum. And there's like a line you have to wait in, and everybody takes turns getting pictures. And then if they take too long, like, there's like 2 security guards on each side, and they'll be like, go. And then of course the Mona Lisa is bulletproof glass. And you know, they make sure that thing is
somebody just popping shots at them.
Yeah, bro. That thing is like, they got that thing like secured. Like, you don't see it in the pictures, but they got 2 security guards on each side.
Jesus,
They got that thing on lock. Like, they
was it exactly how you thought it would look? I mean, I'm sure
it's actually kind of smaller than what I thought, because it's like a kind of like a small square painting. I thought it would be like a lot bigger, like an actual portrait, but it was still incredible to see. Like, that's the real Mona Lisa, painted in 1509. Like, wow, bro. Like, or however long ago. Like,
who painted that, by the way? I forgot.
Da Vinci.
Yeah, Leonardo da Vinci.
You think he was just like? You think he's just in his grave right now? Like, yo, that was just a picture of my sister. Like, what? Why is people so obsessed with this? You know.
See, that's the thing too. Like, why are we so obsessed with that painting? Like, it's just a portrait of somebody who's, you don't even know. Like,
I don't. If Leonardo da Vinci wouldn't have accomplished some of the other things that he had accomplished, I don't know if the Mona Lisa would be as phenomenal as it is now. You know.
See, my favorite painting personally is the Last Supper that he painted. Well, he didn't even paint that. Like, he sculpted. I don't know exactly the story behind it, but he, like, it's on a ceiling. It's that big. It was. I thought that was like, but that's in like Italy.
You talking about the one at the Vatican ceiling?
Yes, that one. Yeah, the one with Jesus at the Last Supper and all the disciples.
I want to see that. That's one I really want to see. I want to see that in person, because I've seen many pictures and I think that's just amazing. Yeah,
yes, bro. Like, to be able to do that on a ceiling, bro, that's incredible. Like, how did you even get up there to do that? Like,
bro, yeah. Back then, you had nothing but time to figure stuff out like that. Like, man, no TV, no phones, no.
Oh yeah, that is true, bro. No distractions.
Cars.
They had women, man.
You got your whole back then you had your whole life to like complete projects. Like, you got nothing but time.
But the craziest thing to me, my favorite thing about the whole experience, besides the Eiffel Tower and besides the Mona Lisa, like, I would say the coolest thing to me was seeing how different the culture was there. Every kid, every person you saw there had a soccer ball and a PSG jersey, Paris Saint-Germain.
I thought you were about to say PS5. I was like, what?
No, there was no Tom Brady jerseys, NFL jerseys, none of that. Like, no baseball jerseys. It was crazy to see. It was just soccer everywhere you went. Even in the stores, all they had was soccer jerseys everywhere. And I'm talking like soccer jerseys from the country of Turkey, Ireland, like all over, bro. It's like,
well, you know, man, that's the most popular sport in the world.
You didn't get you a Manchester United one or nothing while you were there?
No, I did get a PSG one. I got PSG. I had to represent, you know, that's their team. So I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and get one, because I see everybody. I got like 4 or 5 shirts of that and a pair of sweatpants. I'm like, man, I like the brand because it's sponsored by Jordan, so it's pretty cool because it says Paris, and then on the A it has the Jumpman. So I thought that was pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So what was one of your favorite parts of the? I know you said the Mona Lisa and the Eiffel Tower, but there's so much to see. I mean, it's a whole
there's so much to see. Yeah. And
so
I would say probably the catacombs. That was it was scary, but it was incredible. Like, to see, like, they don't even have the bones blocked off. Like you just stand there and you'll see millions of human bones, skulls, bones everywhere. And if you wanted to touch them, you can touch them and all that. But I wasn't trying to touch nothing because that stuff was haunted.
Yeah,
it was kind of scary, bro. I can't even lie. It was
superstitious?
Scary, bro. Like, yes, bro. It was scary down there because, like, you walk to. It takes about 5 minutes just to walk down the stairs because it's underground in Paris. It's so long the walk, and then it's just pure silence down there. And they hand you. What they do is they hand you a little phone and they hand you some headphones, and it's a guided tour through the video.
Okay.
So I was getting kind of scared at first because I was by myself and I saw like a group of 2 people ahead of me, and then behind me there was nobody behind me. It was pitch black. It was just the light. And like,
if somebody would have sneezed, he would have came out of skin.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Yeah, bro. It was.
I'm not doing anything
scary,
underground,
bro. And in there, it's like a jail down there. It's like there's cages where you see bones behind the cells.
Oh,
and then there's like nothing but bones everywhere. And it's like almost like an underground cave. It's pure quiet. You'll hear like water's dripping. And as you walk, it's like you're walking on gravel. So it's like real, like everything is rocks and everything.
This sounds like something that should be at Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah, I mean, they used it in quite a few scary movies, and that's why I kind of want to see it.
It's in a few scary movies. It's in a lot of scary movies, actually. Like, they filmed down there, and there's actually like They
I
were
think there's
saying
a section
like,
blocked off now, isn't there? They blocked off
exactly. That's what I was gonna get to. There's
Why? What happened?
actually,
Is it caving in?
well, there's a section blocked off that tourists can't and people can't go to, but people will sneak underground and go to it, and it's like haunted supposedly, and it's like so there's the tourist part you can go to, and then there's the part you can't go to. It's so big because what they did was is they buried people underground because they didn't want to make Paris look bad with all the cemeteries. So like, bro, like
nobody's died here.
Imagine like being down there with like all those bones and souls. Like I believe like that stuff was. I was getting nervous because I was by myself at one point and there was nobody around me. I started walking fast to catch up with the few couple in front of me. I was like, let me catch up with them. And they were looking at me like,
you gotta be in a group of people,
like walking right behind us.
He's like, we weren't looking for a third wheel, but we see that you're terrified. So come on.
Yeah,
exactly. You know, that's some paranormal. Like, I don't believe in ghosts and stuff, but I ain't gonna risk it.
And the thing that's crazy is there's like little to no security down there. Like you can literally get lost in it. That's how like big and like creepy it is. Like you go down there, you can do a guided tour, but they only do them at some certain times. And you go down there and you're like by yourself, and then there's no security, no workers around until you get to like the middle part, and then they have like the little readings that you can read, but everything was in French,
right?
And they have that. But like if you go down there by yourself, unless there's like a whole bunch of people down there touring, you're just gonna be by yourself. And I was just thankful that there was a like, I'm not gonna say a bunch, but there was a few people down there, and I just walked behind them. I wasn't trying to walk by myself down there. It was creepy.
I know.
And it's cold down there too.
Doing all this as I
walk
through the valley of the shadow of death. Oh God!
So I hear a certain noise behind me. I'm like, what is that?
So even though you were kind of terrified, kind of scared a little bit, were you tempted to go to the blocked off section just for that experience?
No, not at all. No, bro. No. I don't do that scary
They don't come back from the blocked off section.
No, bro.
That's shit.
You can say that for the crazy white people. I ain't doing that. I'm going to stick to the part where I'm supposed to be at because I'm not doing that crazy stuff, bro. But it was incredible to see that. Like, the thing that kind of like, I ain't going to lie, the thing that kind of got my mind going was like, wow, I can really take one of these bones and put it in my bag and have it as a souvenir.
Yeah, like they probably encourage you. Like, yeah, sure, go ahead.
We gotta get this out of here somehow. This isn't a tour. This is supposed to be come and get.
Yeah. But it was incredible to see that. Like, that was one of the craziest things, spookiest things too. Like, that was like very like eerie down there. But that was cool to see that. And then there's just so much about Paris. Like, there's so much to see. Like, I was mad because like for some reason, I only scheduled it for 4 days, and then it took an entire day. It was a 14-hour flight.
Yeah, just to get there.
To get there. Yeah. So when I got there, it was very early in the morning on Friday. So I only had Thursday, and I only really had about like 3 days because then I left Sunday night. Yeah. So I had Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then I left Sunday night. But it was
wow, you squeezed a lot in a little bit of time.
Yeah, I was gonna say you sleep.
Running with the chicken. I was like a chicken with my head cut off. I was going here, everywhere. Like I went to the Champs-Élysées. That's a really cool place because it's like just pure shopping malls. It'd be like going to like let's say you go to International Mall.
Right.
But it's all outdoor. And there's like Gucci store, Louis store, Chanel, because all that stuff is made in France.
Yeah.
Like
right.
all that stuff, all those big name designer brands are made there.
Oh, you should have brought your boy. He would have been like, yes, that's the only way you convince him to travel.
The thing is like I watched a video on YouTube and they said it's cheaper over there because it's made there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, as soon as I went, I just like, okay, let me go explore. And I went into the Montclair store because that's like the famous, puffer jackets and stuff. Bro, they wanted 900. Everything there was 900 euros, and that's and I did the calculation in American dollars. That's about $1,200 US dollars.
Yeah,
yeah, because they know most of the time they know you're a tourist, and I mean I know they don't set the prices expecting, but probably a lot of people who are actually citizens or French citizens, they probably go to different stores to get the same thing at like a discounted rate.
They have to go there because that's like a tourist trap. I'm sure they know different areas,
right?
But the crazy thing about it, bro, is when I was walking along those areas, you would just see French soldiers walking around with machine guns. I was what the hell? Like they don't do police officers like we do here. They had military France soldiers walking around with machine guns, like standing around outside the stores and everything. I'm like, They do not play here.
They have to. That's why the crime is so much lower than ours. You know,
the terrorist attacks.
Oh yeah, and
there?
another thing is, citizens can't carry guns there. Only police.
Yeah.
Period.
That's,
don't tell that to any conservative over here in the States. They what?
Second Amendment
freedoms.
So we wouldn't be doing our job if we didn't ask. How was the black experience in France? I know it's supposed to be good, but
they got a lot of black French people.
Yeah.
There was,
but he's black American, so I gotta ask how.
There was. I was surprised because like there's a lot of people from Africa who go to France.
Yes,
and they live there.
A lot
of
immigrants.
I met a whole bunch of people from Senegal and Zimbabwe. I met some of them, and then all along there was a lot of like it's so much more peaceful and calmer there. Like everybody gets along well, and there's like here in America, there's none of that like ghetto stuff. Like all that, ratchet talking ghetto and all that. Like they're all very respectful, nice, and polite, at least from what I saw. And I saw Asian people there, Indian people there. I saw African American people there. The one group I was surprised, I didn't see any Hispanic people, none at all.
Nah.
I was like, this is crazy.
They would probably be like just like Spaniards, because Spain's
I would
so
think
close.
like people from Spain, yeah. But I didn't see any Hispanic people. I didn't hear any Spanish speaking. All you heard was French everywhere. Because you got to remember,
that's how it is
in
in Canada too. In Canada, it's the same way.
Yeah, in Africa too. I didn't know this, but in Africa, there's like countries that speak French because the French colonized there.
Yeah.
So they just naturally know how to speak French. But it was incredible to see. Like
one of the most used languages in the continent down there.
And it was incredible to see like all like everybody was just like got along so well, and you didn't see anybody acting out crazy or anything. And then like even with like it was cool to see like all the cars too. The cars are all stick shift there, and they're very small. There's
they drive on the other side, right? They drive on the left side.
That they drive on the left side, just like here.
Yeah. Wait, I think England's the only one that drives. England and
England
Italy
and somewhere in Africa, yeah.
They're the ones that drive on the other side.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, they all it was just weird to see like all the cars are so much smaller than here in America. And like the motorcycle rules there too are a lot different. Like motorcycles can ride in between the lines. So like you'll have, how you have a car here and a car lane here, they're allowed to ride in between the lines. So you'll be like stopped here and you'll be driving, and out of nowhere you just see a motorcycle come right up next to you and just drive along.
I think you can do that here though, can't you?
No, you're not allowed to do that.
Shit.
Well, I mean, if you do it, you're kind of like you're switching lanes, which is scary. But like over there, it's legal. Like they can just do that. And I was like, wow, this is crazy to see. Like
maybe I'm thinking of like when traffic is stopped, like them like going in between. Like
I think you're thinking of GTA.
I think it was something I was playing.
Yeah, but everything there, bro. Like I'm always gonna encourage people. If you ever get the chance to travel out the world, go to France, bro. Go to Paris, France. It's safe. It's just like America. Everything is like it's not no third world country or crazy over there. Like everybody's respectful, polite. Just you don't necessarily have to speak French. Just know some terms like bonjour, hello.
Oui, oui, boo boo.
Yeah, bro. Just like it's
Google
really
Translate
it's
your
amazing. Yeah, like the
French fries.
There
you ever ask for that? You ask for French fries? Where can I get French fries?
No, they eat a lot of bread there, like croissants and all that. That stuff is real. Like they eat bread, wine, and cheese. Like that's their snack time. I'm like, wow, this is
like, damn. Can we switch it up?
I bet those croissants.
Right, can we switch this shit up, please?
I bet those croissants were good.
Oh, like every morning because my hotel is right next to a fresh. They literally have shops just made for fresh baking bread, and you'll see people go in there in the morning and buy these huge loaves of bread and just walk down the street with them. I'm like, this is crazy. People are buying bread and just walking down the street with them. Like they don't even have it like carried like in the bag, like the plastic bags we have. They'll just carry it like with their bare hands. So they carry it like like in this little specific bag that has like a piece of bread poking out inside of it. It was like
that's insane.
Crazy.
That's what's up though.
It was.
I guess they're not afraid of carbs over in France.
No, gluten.
But the cool country I really enjoyed was Brazil. I had just came back like.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that, but before I ask you about that, just had a quick question I wanted to get into real quick because this is definitely what kind of piqued my interest. All right, and I don't want to switch subjects like that fast like that, but the new book, man, I just want to know
Yeah.
What's it about, man? I love it. I like the title. I can kind of guess, but Streets to Scholarship, or Streets to, or France to Scholarship, or however you want to call it. What I mean, this is great. I mean, explain. What was the motivation?
I mean, it really just came from like my background. Like I said, growing up in Rockford and Chicago, it came from that. You know, seeing a lot, because like there, a lot of people think like if you're not some famous rapper or athlete, like you just are out on the street trying to gangbang and hustle and to make money. And it's like I wanted to write a book, and it's crazy because the title came to me when I was laying down at night. I was just laying down. I was trying to think of a title for the longest, and I was almost done writing it. I'm like, what am I gonna write about? And I was on FaceTime with a friend. I'm like, I got Streets to Scholarships. And like, what do you think about that? I was like, bro, that sounds so good. It goes right along with each other. And I was like, bro, I'm gonna call it Streets to Scholarships. And basically the book is about, you know, 3 kids who grew up on the south side of Chicago. And each kid has their own different struggles. So one kid is in a wheelchair, and he has that type of struggle, disability. Another kid is, his dad is an alcoholic, and his brother died to gang violence. And he ends up going into the foster care system. And then another kid who's a female, her mom is dealing with breast cancer, and she's at home taking care of, you know, her brother, her little brother. So all 3 of these kids have different struggles, but the key is that they go to this school called Washington Academy, which is a school that they tested into and they got into. And the mission of the school is they take kids from, you know, the bad areas of the south side and the west side and east side, and they bring them to the school as long as they test in academically. And they want to provide a better opportunity for them by having them in a safe environment, good teaching and all that. Basically trying to remove them from the kids who don't want to be in school. They just go there to cause a fight and all that. So they take them to they're at this school, and it's a gifted school and everything. And you know, while they're at school,
like X-Men, like school, like
yeah, bro, it's like while they're at school,
they gifted.
Yeah, and they have
like,
Arcane
coming through the window.
And while they're at school and everything, they you know, they're going to school, and one of the kids, so a lot of the violence is going around in the city, and they do this competition at school called the Community Service Award. So the award is each kid can, they have like an award that goes on, and the mission of the award is to go out in the community and do good for the community. And whoever does the best and the most amount wins $3,000 to $5,000 in scholarships, and they get to meet the mayor of Chicago. And they get to explain their idea to her, and they'll also get medals from her. So there's scholarships and getting to meet the mayor and get medals. And so eventually they you know, they do a Valentine's Day giveaway at a women's shelter. They do a Christmas giveaway at a foster at a group home, at a group home full of foster kids who don't get Christmas presents. And then they do for Thanksgiving, they do a feed the homeless at a church. And they go there. And then, like I said, one of the kids ends up going into foster care, and the disabled kid, it convinces his mom to take him in. So then all 3 of these kids come together in the competition. They participate in this, and then they all come together, and the one kid takes in the kid who ends up in the foster program. And they all come together, and then they do these awards, and they do this community service give back. And eventually they end up winning the award, and they get to meet the mayor of Chicago, and they explain the idea to her, and, you know, they tell her what they did, and, you know, she congratulates them, and they win the scholarships, and that's the book. And I wanted to write it to inspire kids that, you know, I didn't want it just to be your average, a kid grows up in the hood and he becomes a famous athlete. You hear so much about that. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I just wanted to switch it up and show kids, like, you don't have to be some famous athlete or artist. Like, you can do it just by doing good in the classroom, and you can make scholarships for yourself. And mind you, all 3 of the kids had 3.0s or higher. So I basically just tried to send a message in the book that you can provide your own opportunities as long as you work hard in the classroom. You don't have to be some special talented 1 million talent. Yeah, you can just work hard in the classroom and provide your own opportunities. And the way I got that book from, how I wrote it, was, you know, how I moved to Florida is I did good in school, and I was able to get on a scholarship program. And that's how I was able to move down here and go to school and all that. And I just did that solely with doing well in school. And then also, like, I did a Valentine's Day giveaway and a Christmas giveaway for kids before. So I put those things I did into the book
Right.
to where they do it. So that was basically the message that I tried to send. And I felt like it was going to be a good book, and I prayed about it, and I just wrote it. And it took me 7 months to work on it because I had to, this time around, I worked with the editor who was my old English teacher.
Okay.
So I wrote the whole thing, and then I sent it to her, and she went through the whole thing and edited it, like spelling errors or sentences that could be changed. And then
how many pages are we talking about?
It ended up coming out to 370 pages.
God damn, that's a Bible.
So was there a reason you switched up from your last editor? Because you had a lot of praise from your last editor when you were on. You praised your last editor quite a bit.
That's the thing. Like the last editor was from Fiverr, and I just hired this random lady on the app, and I paid her almost $1,000 to edit my book, and she did a terrible job on it. Like, everybody who's read my first book says there's a whole bunch of spelling errors, grammatical errors, and I'm like, this lady just took advantage of me because it was my first book. I was some young kid with the first book, and I was really excited. And I paid her, and she didn't even do a good job on it. Like, I was so mad when I found out there was all these spelling errors and people were telling me that. I was like embarrassed in a way, but they all said like it's a great book regardless. Like,
right, and you learn from it too.
Yeah. Exactly. And I'm glad you can speak on.
And I learned from that, and then that's when my old English teacher came in. She's like, "I will edit your book for you for free. Like, I will do it for you. I'm so happy and proud of everything that you've been doing." And I was like, "Wow!" Like, I didn't actually. It sounded like a little too good to be true until I sent her the book and I saw her edit the entire thing, and then we worked together. Like,
right. Let me prove this shit this time.
Yeah, and that was the thing too. With her editing, the first person who I sent the edits to, all they did was just edit it and send it right back to me. I didn't get to see any changes that they made or agree to them or anything. It was just that. Whereas her, she wrote all the changes on the side, and and I got to see every edit she made, and I got to see all the comments she made. And then it was nice to be able to work together and see like, okay, do I like this edit? Do I want to change it?
Right. And it also makes you a better writer in a sense as well.
Yeah, you know and I saw that growth, like from the first one to this one. Like, my sentences are a lot better. Like, that whole book came from my head. That's all a fiction book. And I wrote a whole fiction book. I mean, it made it sound real. So I definitely saw that too. And it's like,
I'm glad you could come back on and speak on what
your
experience was with Fiverr, because, you know, as I said, you had kind of had praise for him for the first time, but now you got some feedback.
Right.
They kind of took advantage of you. Actually, it sounds to me like they did. So I'm glad you could speak on that, and so people would know to look for other options that are out there.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
And that's why I was like, you know, I always have people text me on Instagram, DM me, ask me how to write a book and all this and that. And it's like,
you start
writing.
Yeah,
and it's like, you know, the advice I give them is, don't work with an editor who's not going to send you your work back to where you can see it. And don't work with somebody random. Try to find somebody who you have
some sort of relationship with.
Exactly. And it's like now, like she's told me, like, she's helped out so much, because she told me, like, I will help you with any book you want to write. I believe in you. I believe in what you're doing, the messages. And I was like, wow. Like, I was like, so, because I can't do it without her. I need an editor to edit my work, because there's, you know, you always need somebody to help you out. And you always need a second.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And pair of eyes is always helpful.
People sometimes get confused with, you know, think about editing as like fixing, like you said, you know, grammatical errors, or, you know, maybe helping with sentence structure. But at the end of the day, it's also helping present a story, because you can write a story and, you know, and it may be good to yourself, but, you know, the way you present it makes all the difference. You know what I mean? It has to be lined up well. You know, it has to, you know, it's just like a movie. Like, you're building, you know, tension. It's a plot. It's a storyline. All this stuff. So
yeah, man.
You know, when you find a good one, like you say, your teacher, you got to keep her.
Yeah, and that's how I was like, wow, like, I have somebody who's gonna, you know, edit my work and help me. Like, I found somebody. So I was just very grateful, thankful, everything, because that's what really made the book go. Like, I'm a very humble person, and I don't like it when people have been telling me lately, like, you're going places, you're going far, you're doing all this and that, like you're doing stuff people have never done before from where we're from and all that. And that's like, I always appreciate those compliments, but I don't look at myself as above anybody. I don't look at myself as better than anybody. And the way I look at it is I can always do more. Yeah. So it's nice to see somebody who has the same hunger that I have. And it's just like I tell them that I want to write this book now and I want to write, and they want to, okay, let's go, let's do this. Like, let's work on it. And it's just like, I'm very thankful that I found somebody who wants me to, has the same, like wants to see that hunger too. And not just somebody who just like, wow, like fanned out in a way, like, wow, you're doing this and that. And it's like, it was nice to find somebody like that.
So did you happen to, because you spoke of her, but you didn't mention her by name. Is Mayor Lightfoot actually mentioned by name in your book?
Oh, no. Speaking of that, that's really good. I was going to talk about that. I'm actually in the process of trying to meet her right now.
Wait, say it again. Who is it?
Mayor Lightfoot.
She's the mayor of Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah. So no, I didn't put her name in it because that's you can be sued for that.
Yeah.
So I didn't put her name. I made up a fake name, and then also I forgot, like, you can't put like team names in there too. So I put the Chicago Bulls in it a lot. Oh. I had to go back and change all that to put a different name in there. Yeah. So you have to be
you can say Chicago careful. Though, right?
Yeah, you have to be very careful with that. Like you have
people
to,
want their royalties. People want their money.
Yeah, people want that, and so I had to go back and change all that too. And but I'm actually in the process of meeting her right now. So I sent her both of my books, and I've been talking to her corresponding office, and they know my name, and they said that both books have gone through security and they're going to be sent to her mailbox. And I was like, was there any chance that she's going to have look at it? Is there any chance? They're like, there's a 99% chance that she's going to see it because it's in her mailbox right now.
Okay.
And I was like, well, is there any way to be able to meet her? Like, I live in Florida, but I will hop on a plane to come meet. I mean, it's the mayor of Chicago.
Or you can do Zoom, or you can do like a Zoom call.
No, I'd rather meet her.
No, that's one of those in-person things.
Yeah, bro, like that's like a one. Yeah, bro, like she was just with President Obama the other day, like because he's building something on the South Side. Him and his wife.
The presidential library. They broke ground in the presidential library.
Yeah, I was just like, man, this is like, I would love to see that. So right now I'm talking to her scheduling department right now, and I'm working that out. But
damn, she got a scheduling department.
Well, she's pushing right now. Mayor Lightfoot's really pushing. I'm not going to call it the Black experience, but she's really pushing Black, brown people to expand more and to really rise themselves,
especially in Chicago.
And so I mean, that's her thing. She caught a lot of heat when she said that she's only going to conduct interviews currently, and I think it was a set timeline. I think it was like 9 days or something. But she was only going to conduct interviews with just Black and brown journalists.
One second, I'm about to hit her up right now. Give me a second.
So I mean, she got a lot of heat for it, but I kind of understood, because if you look at the news, especially you look at Chicago news, which is a large place of African Americans, most of the news is not African Americans.
No,
unless it's like journalists.
Something bad usually.
Yeah. So I mean, it's good for her. And the fact you trying to push that and grab onto that moment, that speaks volumes, man.
I think you're gonna meet her. I honestly, I truly think you're gonna meet her. You're gonna, whether it's a fly out, whether it's a meet at some place, and you never know who she's with. What if she flew you out and she was hanging with Obama at the time?
I know, right? Bro, that's what I'm saying.
She would not even have to fly me out. I will literally pay for my plane ticket and be on the next flight from Tampa to Chicago. Like, that is literally like that's a dream come true. Like, who went? The mayor of Chicago is a big name, like, because think about it, she's on the news all the time. She's meeting the president, all that. So like, it's a very big deal. And
she's in that circle.
I wouldn't want to do no Zoom call. I would want to be in person, like shake her hand and meet her. Like, that's what I'm so she said it's a 99% chance she's gonna see it because it's in her mailbox right now. So I'm just hoping, like, I can, because I'm talking to her scheduling unit right now, and I'm just hoping, like, I'll be able to find the schedule, what works for her, because I know she's a very busy woman. Because right now she's dealing with, apparently the Chicago Bears football team are going to be moving to Arlington Heights.
Yeah.
So she's dealing with that right now, trying to keep them in the city. So I'm like, man, she's a very busy woman. But from what they said, like her corresponding person, they said that you have a real shot at meeting her, especially since you're an author and everything and written something like that. Like,
yeah.
So I'm hoping that'll go well because I will literally be you will see on my Instagram, I'll be on the first flight from Tampa to Chicago, and you're gonna see me post a picture next to the man. Like that would be an unforgettable moment. I would never forget that. Like, wow.
Are you so we spoke on your current book, Streets, and by the way, if people don't know, go to his Instagram. He's got I forgot the gentleman's name that's promoting it on there as well. You praised him a couple times on there. But what is it? What is his name again?
The dude from France.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce it exactly. Diata.
Pierre Escargot.
So I met a friend in France who saw like that I was an author and everything, and they thought that was incredible, and they said that they will support it. So it's very cool.
So my man about to be international.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm internationally known. Internationally known.
It was very, I just am very humbled by it. It was very cool to see him take the book and take a picture in front of the Eiffel Tower with it. Like, and I'm not even there. He just did it out of the kindness of his heart. I was like,
that support, man. That's
that was like, it was hard not to get like emotional about that. I was like, wow, like I can't believe some kid from Rockville, Illinois, was riding the city bus, had somebody in Paris, France, buy his book and take a picture.
On social media.
Like, that's bro. That stuff was like, that's a moment I'll never forget. And he has the second book right now, and he told me he's gonna take a picture from the Eiffel Tower with both books tomorrow. So I might get it tomorrow and go ahead and post it on my Instagram.
He better be reading it. He may not be just posting for the gram. You know what I mean? Holding up 6 books like, yo, your boy's a scholar. And,
either way, I'm thankful. I can't complain, bro. Like that's any author's dream to be able to have somebody in front of the Eiffel Tower hold up their work. Like I can't complain about that. It's amazing.
So you like you said, you recently went to Brazil.
Yeah.
And that's why I want to stop you before you told us about the trip earlier. How was it? Like, I mean, Brazil's way different than France, obviously. And, how do you, how do I say this? Like, your experience in Brazil, can you compare it to any experiences you may have had in your first book or even a storyline in your second book? Because, a lot of times people write off of their, their experiences, I guess.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, I wasn't even going to go. Like, I kept hearing, like, anytime you look up, is Rio de Janeiro, Brazil safe to go to? It says no, do not travel there.
Do not go there. Do not.
Yeah, do not. No. It says it in bold print. Do not travel. And it says COVID is bad. Street crime is bad.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
just don't go.
Just don't go. Period. And I met somebody who actually came from Brazil and was one of my roommates. He's from Brazil, and he was one of my old roommates. And I was talking to him about it, and he was like, yeah, man, it's you got to be careful when you go over there. And I'm like, man, I keep hearing this. And then I was at,
I know, that's all I need to hear. I'd be like, yep.
And then I was at work 2 different times now, and I saw somebody who had a Brazil shirt on, and I was like, you know what, let me go start a conversation. I'm in customer service, and I was like, man, it's a nice shirt. I love that. I love their soccer team because Neymar Jr. is my favorite soccer player.
Right.
And he was like, yeah, I'm from Brazil. I was like, wow, that's so cool. I plan on going there in September. He's like, really? Be careful when you go. I was telling him,
right. He's like, why you think I'm here?
Yeah, he said, don't wear no jewelry, don't wear no watches or none of that. And I was like, dang, this dude kind of.
Yeah, like what was worse? Swim trunks? Just walk around Brazil in swim trunks?
I know, right? Sweatpants. That's all you go up around in sweatpants.
I'm broke. I don't have no money at all.
And then I met somebody else, and they had a Brazil soccer shirt on. So then I was talking to them. They're like, yeah, we went for the 2014 World Cup, and we have family down there. I was like, wow, that's so cool. I plan on traveling down there soon. And like, really? Be careful when you go. Just be on the lookout. Don't wear fancy stuff. And I'm like, this is the 4th person now that told me. I'm like, bro, I don't even know. I was telling my girlfriend, I'm like, I don't even know if I want to go, bro. Like, I'm going by myself. I was like, I don't even know if I want to go. But eventually, the hotel was paid for, the flight was paid for.
Especially if somebody from Brazil told you not to go. Like, yo,
yeah, I know, right?
That's what I'm saying,
like,
bro.
I'm like,
I don't know if I want to be doing this now. And so eventually, I just manned up and I went. And as soon as I landed, I started to get that man,
butterflies,
anxious.
Man, like,
Yeah.
shit.
So
Is this the right choice?
Did I be here right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I go through customs. Get checked in. Welcome to Brazil, say, and then the one of the really underestimated things about Brazil that's very nice is their currency is so low. For instance, 200 American dollars is 1,000 of their dollars. That's how low it is. And
they use I forgot the name of it.
Reais. That's what their currency is called. Yeah. And so it's very cheap there. And like 20-minute, 30-minute Uber rides are $5 or $3. So it's very cheap too. The food is very cheap there. Everything is cheap there. And so I bought my tickets, of course, ahead of time to go see the statue, Christ the Redeemer statue, and go on the cable cars, and then go see. I got to tour the Brazil soccer stadium, the 2014.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
That was amazing.
That's
bro.
what's up.
I got to step on the field that Messi and Kelly and
the
Neymar.
greats. Yeah, you got to kiss the field.
Bro, they had. I wanted to get a piece of souvenir grass, but it was sold out.
Wait,
I was like,
time out. They got souvenir grass.
Yes, bro, grass from the soccer field.
Oh my
souvenir
god,
grass in like a little container. It's like a plastic container. They have it. No, it's like
but how do you even know it's legit? How you know it's legit?
Yeah,
for some of this grass,
legit
$200.
And I was thinking about pulling up a grass.
Yeah, that's that. See, now you know it's legit. That's the way I do it.
Get back to the hotel and take your shoes off and just pull everything on the bottom of your shoes, short cleats or something.
There you go, same thing.
But like when I got to customs and when I got through customs and everything, it was like 1 o'clock in the their time difference is only an hour ahead of us, but it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I get there, and it's convenient because everything is in Portuguese, and they speak Portuguese there, not Spanish, and then everything underneath is in English. But a lot of people there don't speak any English. But so I made sure, I called my phone company, make sure I had data there because you don't want to be in Brazil with
right.
Data.
You don't want to be stuck. You now
I made sure I had that, and I made sure I had my Google Translator on Portuguese and everything. And everybody there was so friendly. Like I didn't come across anybody rude. There was not one moment I did not feel safe. Nothing. Like all that stuff you read on the media is all. I'm not gonna say it's all not true, but not one. I went there by myself, and not once did I feel threatened. Not once did I feel unsafe. Nothing at all. Like now, there was one moment where I was at the beach, and
it was that one time though.
Yeah, there was one. I ain't gonna lie. There was one time I was at the beach, and I was standing there listening to music in the tourist area, and over there they try to get you to buy stuff so bad because it's our country. Yeah, and I'm over there just listening to music, and the guy is talking to me in Portuguese, and I told him I'll speak English. So like the whole time I was there, I used my Google Translator, and people were very patient. Like I'd be typing in the translator, and they would literally sit there and wait, and then I'd translate it to Portuguese, and they would sit there and wait, and then they would either type on their phone or they would like explain it a little bit more to like pointing and stuff. They were all very nice and friendly. But when I was listening to the guy, because on the beach they all have like different restaurants with music playing, live music and everything, and they're very
same good. Specials.
Yeah, and I was like listening to the music, and this guy was like trying to get me to buy stuff, and I didn't understand anything he was saying. I was like, no, I just want to listen to music. And then this guy, he said something to him in Portuguese, and some other guy came up to me, like some kid around my age, and he came up to me. He was like, "What's up, man? What you want? I got crack, I got marijuana, I got good stuff. What you want?" And I was like, "What the hell?" And he literally came up to me, and he showed me in his pocket that he had crack and cocaine. I was like, "What did he just say to him?" I was like, "No, I'm okay."
Yeah, I know, right?
That was he was like, "Okay, just let me know if you want it." And I was like, I walked away. I was like,
I am not trying to go to Brazilian jail.
Exactly.
I was like, that was one of the craziest things I saw, and I couldn't believe it. Like this man literally just pulled out like just a wad of drugs from his pocket. I was like, what?
Or you can pay $20 in the mystery bag. You just grab whatever you get.
Yeah. But it was now, and then another thing that kind of creeped me out a little bit was when we were driving to the hotel and it was late at night. And when I was looking out the window, you saw like there were like the alleyways would be very dark and the buildings there are really run down compared to American buildings.
Right.
Like everything was like run down, dark. You'd see stray dogs and cats running everywhere. There's a lot of homeless people there. So you just saw a bunch of people sleeping outside on the street. But when we got, and you see the favelas, like there's real, that favela stuff that you see on Google is real. Like it's up in the mountains and they have houses stacked on top of houses. And it's like, it's actually like really cool to see, like, because here in America, you don't see no stuff like that.
I mean, unless you like in maybe, does San Francisco have stuff like that?
No.
I'm talking like square houses on top.
These are shacks
I know what you
on
mean.
top of shacks.
I know. Yeah, I know what you mean now.
It was really cool to see.
It's like Bad Boys.
He's being generous by calling it a house, but it's more of a shack.
No, yeah. But it was amazing to see that. It was actually really cool to see something that different. And everywhere in Brazil, there's mountains everywhere, and it's such a beautiful place. It's one of the most beautiful places on earth. And when I got to my hotel, like, they have the hotel was a 4-star hotel right on the beach, so it was in a safe area. And the hotel was $60 a night, and I stayed for 4 nights, and it was a 4-star hotel, breakfast included.
Oh damn!
Pool on top of the roof. Like, I'm talking,
just looking over all the poor people.
Heavy security.
Doing a whole.
See, that's what I was gonna say. As soon as I got towards the Poland part, there was 3 people standing out the door, and they were very polite. Like, not once did I open the door for myself. They opened the door for me as I got out. They opened the door there, but there was like, they had the hotels like secured, and that was not only that one, but all the hotels, they had security right in front. So there'd be like 3 people standing in front of the door.
Oh yeah.
But everybody was very nice. All the Uber rides, everybody's very nice. The women there were beautiful. I won't say that too loud, but everything was absolutely beautiful. Like, it was incredible. And the one thing you just can't ever forget is seeing the Christ the Redeemer statue. Like, it looks small. It looks small on TV, but it is absolutely humongous. Like, you go up in the train, and when I was in the train ride, I thought I was seeing a squirrel. Like, I saw this thing hopping on the trees, and that was a whole monkey. I was like, what the heck? And I forgot Brazil is
that squirrel got arms and legs.
Yeah, it's like
jumping
arms
around,
and legs, and the tail was extra long. Like, what? That's a whole monkey. And I forgot Brazil is like, the Amazon rainforest is in Brazil. Like, it's a whole jungle. And you go up in a train, and then you go up these escalators, and then you see the statue. And most people don't know this. Like, underneath the statue, so like, here's the statue, and then on the side behind it, there's a church inside of there where you can pray. So it was very convenient to see that. Like, there's a built-in church underneath it. And it was just absolutely incredible. Like, the views, like seeing everything. And then riding in the cable car I ain't gonna lie, I was scared to get on that, because you get on the cable car and it literally rocks back and forth, and there's nothing but a cable holding you up. And when you look at it and you see it in person, it looks like the cable is just going straight up, and there's like this little mountain that's going to. And so anyways, when I was seeing people get off of it, it was just rocking back and forth. I was like, I don't know if I want to do this, man. And you could see, like, when you saw the cable line, when you wait in line, you could actually see the machine going off the thing. And I was like, dude, somebody could just how many
people they fit? Just what, 10?
They fit about like 30 people in there. And then
I'd be weight checking. I'd be like, hold on, how much?
I got nervous about that too, because I'm like, this is kind of a little bit too much people in here. And then, the door is shut, and it was too late to turn back. And then all you felt was,
I know, right? But listen, you coming up to a giant Jesus, you're like, all right. I mean, I don't think anything's gonna happen.
The Jesus statue, you go up by train. This was the Sugarloaf Mountain. So
okay.
You go up by a cable car, and in the cable car, like, it's nothing. It's literally just a cable that you ride up, and there's nothing below you. Like, if that cable snaps, you fall straight down, and it's like tilted at an angle. It's not straight up. It's like an angle that you go up. So it was just like kind of scary. And then it was kind of cloudy. It was a little cloudy. So like, when we were on the way up, there was nothing but clouds all around us. And mind you, as we're going up, the other one's coming down. So I was like, bro, like, all it takes is one person to like rock a little bit, and you gonna crash into the other cable. That's how like
maybe they probably make you like appreciate the statue more, right? He was like, okay, well, it's probably like a Busch Gardens, like they scare you a little bit, like, oh shit, and then you see like Jesus.
Dude,
like, oh,
that
it
church
was literally
gets used
like
a lot.
The views, you can't find those views anywhere in America, or like you literally have to go there to see those views. It's absolutely beautiful and incredible. Like
Mm-hmm.
as you're on the way up, you see the Christ, the Redeemer statue, all the mountains. The famous thing about that beach, Copacabana, is it's the beach is a half circle beach. So it's like a curve. So everything comes together. And literally as you go up, you see the ocean is like it's not like America's ocean. It's like crystal clear blue, like that type of tropical ocean.
Yeah, they got that tropical water.
Yeah, and
salty, hot.
It was absolutely amazing. Like seeing the views and the mountains, and I literally like I try to tell people, like, if you want to go on a cheap vacation, go to Brazil. Like it's absolutely amazing there. Like you can't find those anywhere else. Like
don't floss though. You go.
Don't floss.
Gym clothes.
Take Uber, Lyft everywhere. Don't be walking stupid.
Yeah, don't be wearing jewelry and watches. I didn't wear that, and I just it was a great time though. I loved it, and they love soccer over there, and they're really good at soccer. So when I went to the stadium, it was amazing to see all the great players like Ronaldinho, Pele, Neymar, all just historic soccer players there, and they had like signed jerseys there, and they left their cleats there.
Wow.
That was the stadium I went and walked on the field, was the stadium that hosted the 2014 World Cup and another World Cup. And that stadium has been around since like the 1900s. So that Pele played in that field, like all historic names played there. So it was like,
oh yeah. It
was absolutely incredible. Like you literally felt like a player. You got to walk in the locker room and see all the locker room jerseys. You got to walk on the field. You got to walk up the stands. It was incredible.
Is that an idea for which kind of rolls into my next question? Is that an idea for book number 3?
You know what? I was thinking about doing that. I was thinking about writing that. I'm not going to go too into it, but I was thinking about writing a book about a kid who grows up in the favelas in Brazil and wants to play for the famous soccer club in Paris, France, PSG.
Okay.
And I was going to take a third world kid in the favelas, and have him become a famous soccer player and go to live in Paris. And I thought that would be a really good book, but I kind of want to take a different route, because I kind of want to relax off of writing like 300-400 page books to go into a children's book now, and trying something different to where it's only 15-20 pages. The whole thing is pictures, all that. And
right.
That's what I was going to
get into.
Is discussing your third book, which is, as you say, is a children's illustrated novel. So are you doing the illustrations yourself, or how are you doing? Who's doing the illustrations?
So what I will be doing is I will be writing it, and it's only going to be 15-20 pages, because children books aren't meant to be like anything longer than that.
I'm thinking when I was a kid, my attention span was like, what?
Exactly. And so the illustrator I'm going to be working with is an illustrator off of the app Fiverr, and they have some great illustrators off of there, and great work. I found somebody who I wanted to work with. Great work. They showed me all their work and everything. The person who illustrated the front of my book was on Fiverr. So, that brings in my next point. Like when I was working on the cover of that second book, I was working with this other graphic design company who designed my first book. And I went right back to them, wanted to work with them again. And they hated my idea of having the kids in the wheelchair holding up the scholarships with medals.
Really?
Yeah, they didn't like it at all. They said this is too much they said that this is too much for the front cover, and it's going to distract people. I was like, what they wanted me to do?
What do you mean distract people?
What literally what they wanted me to do was have 3 hands holding a medal, and that would be the cover. Just 3 hands holding a medal, and just have Streets of Scholarships. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. That's a stupid cover. And they were like, well, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to work with you on this. And I was like, okay. So I went on Fiverr, and I found somebody.
Right.
Yeah, I went on Fiverr, and I found somebody, and I told them all the ideas I wanted. They drew the whole thing out, went off straight up my ideas, colored it in, all that, and they did a fantastic job. The cover is amazing. So
yeah, I was gonna say but like shame on the other companies. Like you're providing a service. Like you gotta listen. If this is what you want, just like when I go order pizza, I'm like, hey man, can you throw some pineapples on there or maybe some green onions? Like, I don't expect the dude, behind the counter to be like, nah, I don't think that'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
Like,
at least
I know what
try.
I'm doing.
Like,
At least
this
if
is
you make it
mine.
messy, I don't care. But at least try.
Exactly.
Don't say
Right.
this is not gonna work because your idea is done. No,
Exactly.
it's not gonna work.
And it's like I felt like it was kind of like a slap in the face. Like, damn, like I paid you guys to work on the first book, and then I come with you guys for my ideas on the second one, and you guys keep saying no, that's not going to be good enough. And they were just telling me like this is going to be too much for the front cover. Readers are going to get distracted. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Like,
You
Like,
want
instead
people
people, like,
to look at
start
the cover.
reading and then they just go back and look at the cover. Just
yeah, like
just,
why would I want to have why would I want to have 3 random hands holding a medal and that's it?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I wanted characters on the front and I wanted like the school background, the classroom background. Like
It makes
they
sense.
literally like they shot down my idea. Like, no, we're not going to be. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go find somebody else then. And that's what I did. I went on Fiverr, I found somebody else, and they did it for a way cheaper price than that other company was gonna do. So
Right.
I saved money there too. So and they did
save
a
money.
fantastic
You got
job.
what you wanted.
Exactly. So it's
Exactly.
a win-win. Win-win.
So
I can't complain.
I got one more question. Well, at least Sean, you want to go?
No, go ahead.
Okay. It's kind of like my last question, but this is so you just completed the second book, or actually it's been published. What's the end goal? Would you ever see yourself wanting to have something that's like a New York Times bestseller?
Yeah. That's every author's dream, bro. Like that would be a dream come true, but I'm still trying to figure that out myself. I don't know if I really want to make this. I don't know if I want to write like 15, 20 books, just keep going
Right.
because, I was, I'm not going to lie. I was kind of disappointed on the second book because it didn't do the numbers that my first book did. Like my first book sold 75 copies in 3 days.
Oh,
and the
nice.
first week it was already at 100. Whereas this book, it's not been nowhere near as much as that. So I kind of felt like
Sophomore slump, maybe. I mean,
yeah, that day, my girlfriend was there with me and she saw how, disappointed I was. I didn't get near the attention I got on the first one either. But, it was just motivation to keep going and try something new. So I just decided like, I'm not gonna lie, like my confidence kind of went down a little bit.
But you got to think, man, like a book is cemented in history, man. It's not like, you have like a time period of where like, or else it comes off the shelf. No, it's once it's out there, it's out there. And, we're here to help. We support you 10,000%. So, don't let that hinder you, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Just keep putting out shit. I didn't mean to swear, but keep putting out stuff as much as you can. I'm sorry.
Yeah, bro.
There's been plenty of authors, including one of my favorite, Tom Clancy, but plenty of authors who put out books that don't get that traction. Then something happens later on. And all of a sudden people come back to that book and then that book blows up because it kind of fit the moment. It didn't fit the moment where it came out, but it fit the moment later. And so that may be the case for your book. It may fit a later moment.
Now say you meet you meet the mayor, right, of Chicago, boom. That's a plug that's hard, rare and very hard to get. You know what I mean? And just like that.
That's what people were telling me too. They're like, dude, like all it takes is one big name person to support your book, or even you to write one book and you're on forever. Like just one really like one, it doesn't even have to be like just one book that people can like relate to or they like, and you're on and it does numbers and it does well like the first one. Or you just need one big name person like the mayor or who knows, like some professional athlete and you're on. Like, and that's what they were telling me, because I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of disappointed. I kind of felt like a slap in the face there too, because I was like, all these people are telling me, wow, that storyline sounds so good and everything, and then I post the book and they're like, I didn't get nowhere near as many as attention I did. I don't know if it's because I posted on Thursday when the Bucks were playing the first game of the season.
Don't worry about
it. So I was just like, bro, I kind of felt like I was like, damn,
Tom Brady still
a bunch. I was like, man, bro, like, I mean, it's okay though, because like and people were telling me like, how many people in your life do you know a 20-year-old that's written 2 books? Like, I don't know any. And even though people say that, to me, it's like I kind of feel not like a failure, but I kind of feel like disappointed because it's not. I want it to be. The goal is for it to be a bestseller. You can write 100 books and none of them be a bestseller. It's kind of like a waste of time. But And me personally, I just decided like, okay, it's time to take a different route. Instead of writing, 200, 300 page books, chapter books, go try the children's book route. That doesn't take nearly as long to write. I mean, it's only going to take me a week or two to write. I mean, and then I'll send it over to my editor and she'll look at it and go from there. But I just want to try something different now. This will be my first hardcover book. So it's going to have a hardcover, I'm excited for it though. It's going to be about, I've decided to write a children's book on a real issue that's going on in our country and throughout the world, child hunger. So I don't want it to be your average book about some kid who loses a dog or some Christmas book. I want it to be about a real issue because I saw that firsthand in Brazil. Like there's kids in the favelas who are really breaking the cars, going down to the beach, snatching stuff and running because they have no shoes on, they have no food, nothing. Like, and here in America, there's people there's hundreds of cars lined up to go get food at the food banks because the whole COVID has ruined everything. So I'm like, I'm gonna write a children's book that gives off a serious message and talks about child hunger. And that's what I'm working on now. And the title is going to be called Mom, I'm Hungry. So I'm going to write firsthand about, kids.
I'm real good at saying that.
Yeah. So I feel good about this book. I feel like it's going to do pretty well. First ever children's book. So we'll see where it goes from there.
So, hey, I'm proud of you, bro. I'm proud of you. 100%.
This is probably my last question. It's kind of goes back to the way your upbringing. So you went to foster. You've been in foster care. You grew up in foster care. Did you ever meet anyone in that system who was glad that the foster care system was there versus being home because home was so bad?
Yeah, I met plenty of kids, even myself, like just growing up getting abused by my father, and like other kids who had it worse, like and like their parents trying to kill them and stuff. Like foster care definitely did help them out a lot, but foster care it's very like needs more attention to it because these foster parents and the foster care system, like it's not as good as what people think. Like it's really like it sets you up for failure in a way because as soon as you turn 21 you age out and they just kick you out the system and then that's it, unless you're in college. So like for me, I just turned 21 and the reason why I'm still in the system is because I'm in college.
Happy belated birthday, by the way.
I appreciate that.
How you feel? That. It's about to be the most expensive decade of your life, by the way. Yeah.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
I've been, once you get to college, I will say foster care is a lot better because they help you out a ton. And, colleges are all for foster kids being in college. So they give you extra aid and all that. So it's definitely been a lot better, 100% better. I'm very thankful and all that. So I'm very thankful for everything. I'm very thankful for all that I've been through, the bad, the good. It's made me who I am today. And I would not be here, the person who I am today, if I didn't have to go through that, because that's where I get all my drive and motivation from. Like, I mean, it's hard for me to sleep at night knowing that there's kids in the foster care system struggling just like how I was. Right, like, it's hard for me to sit back sometimes and complain about, like, why can't I bench this, or why can't I get that pair of shoes or clothes when there's fucking kids who don't have no parents or shoes on. Like, it's just, it humbles me and it gives me that mind. Like, it helps me want to work harder and do better. So I can never complain or act like that I'm above it or any of that. So I appreciate it all, but I don't know, man. I just feel like it needs more attention to it, and I'm gonna do my best to help out. They want me to start speaking at schools more, and I've been invited to go speak at schools more in Illinois. And, some schools in Florida, I went and spoke at one. So I'm trying to get into that. It's just, as crazy as it sounds, I am a shy person, so it's very anxiety raising when you're the only one talking. There's like 50 people watching you, so it's hard to do that sometimes. But I'm working on that. I just took a public speaking class in school, so I'm supposed to graduate next year. I'll be the first one to get my degree out of both my parents, so I'd be good there. And then just work on this book.
Definitely.
Hopefully, I'll get to meet the mayor. I'm hoping like maybe November, December. Whatever.
Should run for mayor. I was just run for it. You can't meet her run for mayor.
But with that, I'm just trying to see like what I wanna. I'm just trying to push myself to keep going, and I want to keep pushing. And I plan on traveling to another country soon, so I want to
Nice.
keep going and keep working and keep striving for greatness. That's what I'm trying.
Nice. Well, that's what's up, man. That's good. That's like I said, we're here to support. We got your back 100%. And like I said, get that children book out, keep hustling, keep grinding. You're gonna meet the mayor. So, like I said, I'm a big positive vibe type of guy. So keep thinking you will, and you definitely will. But who you don't want to meet is any mayor in Florida, because I think it's time for a little bit of what the Florida, is that right? It gets crazy down here. It gets crazy down here. You don't want to meet no mayors down here. Trust me.
It is time for what the Florida.
You remember this from last time, right? We played last time.
It was like It was a trivia game about Florida.
You've been in Florida a while now, so this should be up to speed. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry. This one, it'd be sort of easy, sort of not, but it is time for what the Florida.
I'm ready, baby.
Alrighty.
I'm ready. I've been losing a lot lately, I'll be honest with you. I think I lost, I don't know, man, past 2 months in a row. Yeah, it's getting bad. It's getting bad.
I feel like my Florida knowledge is kind of up there now. I've been here, so.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good thing is, side note, so usually me and Sean argue about where, like, Tampa is in a sense of North Florida, Central Florida, South Florida. So last week, our buddy Ozzy that we interviewed, he's actually from Miami-Dade County, or excuse me, from Miami, and you don't got nobody better than a Floridian who's been born and raised here. He agreed with me that Tampa is in Central Florida. No, I don't care if it's called USF, USSSF, doesn't matter. Tampa is in Central Florida. So, in case any of the questions come up and you have to hesitate, or you got to really think about the geographics of it, just know that Tampa is considered Central Florida. So
you know what I have a question about though is why is USF called University of South Florida when South Florida is in Miami?
That's what I'm talking about. That's why I said South Florida starts here. Thank you.
I think it's just more. It's more south than north. How about that? Fair enough.
That's what makes no sense to me. Like, why is University of South Florida in Tampa and not in Miami when Miami is South Florida? Like Miami is South Beach. That's South Florida.
I think USF was probably named first, and then they got to Miami. I was like, oh, well, we can't use USF again.
Yeah,
so why don't we just call it Miami?
Yeah, I mean, I don't get that. Like, we're not South Florida. We're more, like you said, we're more towards the middle. If anything, we're University of Left Florida because we're on the left side. We're literally all the way on the left side. Like, I don't get
Wouldn't that be something if that's how they started naming schools, just by like,
yeah, we're
kind of Northeast State University? Like, what?
I mean, they do it in a way, like in Chicago, Northwestern. That's
true.
What their name is, Northwestern University, or Eastern Florida.
Pretty soon it should be just longitude and latitude names of schools.
I mean,
oh man,
yes. Whoa.
Who's this? Your cousin Sean? Sean popped up. Who's this dude?
All right. Well, welcome to What the Florida. This guy, he really wanted to test out a Florida's car dealerships return policy. Let me tell you the story. This is Timothy Wolf. He's a Florida man who landed behind bars after attempting to trade in a car to the same car dealership he stole it from. This according to police. Early last week, the police responded to a report of a stolen vehicle at a Chrysler Dodge Jeep dealership. According to investigators, employees told officers that Wolf was trying to trade in his vehicle for a new ride, but when a VIN search was performed, Wolf's trade-in wasn't his after all. The car was stolen. The car stolen was the same dealer lot a few days earlier. This car stolen was the same dealer lot a few days earlier, and Wolf found himself in an awkward situation. Wolf 50 admitted to police that he stole the vehicle, police said, and the crime was captured on the dealer's surveillance video system. Wolf was arrested on charges including grand theft auto, criminal mischief, and booked into the county detention center.
Very interesting character. I think. Well, when we get to it, I'll tell you my answers for why I think he did it.
Oh boy, that's going to be interesting.
Was that story one, right? Yeah.
That's story one.
Okay. All right.
Story two.
You know, I kind of think he was trying to go to jail. You know, because he said he admitted it. So,
Yeah.
you know, like if I'm trying to, like maybe he got like a little boo thing in jail or something like that, and he was like, how do I get back in there without like a murder charge or, you know, or something bad enough to where I'll get arrested? So he's like, let me just steal this car, bring it back to the dealership stolen, and then admit that I did it.
Right.
You know?
Just steal the car.
Oh man, that's definitely some USF stuff. I'm just kidding. All right.
Second story.
Oh yeah, you gotta get this ugly dude off off the screen. I'm staring like, who's this bug upstairs?
It's like one of these hillbilly guys in Florida.
Pretty much all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a Trump supporter. I see it.
That's probably why he stole the car. Put some flags on the back. You know how they do.
Yeah.
Stickers, bumper stickers. Oh, snap.
Story 2. Meet.
What?
Woman.
There we go. Meet Alexis King, 37. Alexis King was caught by another customer. This is the story. A customer shopping for a pre-owned car discovered a naked woman pleasuring herself in the rear seat of a 2010 Jeep Wrangler parked outside a Florida auto dealership, according to the arrest report. Police officers were dispatched to, I'm not going to say this car dealership's name, to this car dealership in Florida after a customer complained to a sales associate about a naked woman in the back of the vehicle. As you can tell by the title, woman found with her legs spread wide open, pulling at her vagina. According to an arrest affidavit obtained by the smoking gun.
The way you say that word, oh my goodness.
Yeah. when the smoking gun, a dealership manager opened the Jeep's door, he spotted Alexis King, 37, naked with her legs spread wide open. Another employee reported that the suspect was pulling at herself. A third employee who called 911 told police that a co-worker called him to the front lot to get a vehicle that a homeless woman was inside pleasuring herself. There was a lot going on.
Oh, she's homeless too?
Oh man.
After King exited the vehicle and walked away from the dealership, employees noticed damage to the car's interior, including a broken radio, a red color stain, which appeared to be from bleeding consistent with a period observed on the back seat.
This is disgusting.
According to the dealership's manager, King caused an estimated $1,300 in damages to the Jeep. One witness told the cops that the auto smelled so horrible that it had to be sent straight to detailing. King was arrested and charged with burglary of an unoccupied conveyance, criminal mischief, unlawful exposure of sexual organs, and giving police a false name. She is being held in the county jail with a $7,000 bond.
Damn, I feel bad for whoever buys that Jeep after her.
Oh,
you know, that should be.
I wonder what her sentence is gonna be. Man,
dealerships. I guess that's what's popping now. Just you want some action? Go to the dealership. People stealing, people doing all types of stuff.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That is crazy. That's crazy, bro.
And look at her mugshot. She got a mugshot like she'd do it again.
Like she don't care.
I'd do it again. Oh snaps! Don't tell me somebody crashed the airplane.
Yeah. This is interesting. A woman who was stationed at a military base was arrested early Sunday morning after a bizarre incident at an executive airport in which she crashed into 2 planes that were parked on the ground, according to a report from the sheriff's office. The arrest report states that the sheriff's office was preparing to launch its helicopter into an unrelated search when an officer saw a white van parked near the aviation hangar. As the officer called other units, the sheriff's office said the van started moving away and crashed into a small plane and then a Learjet, damaging both aircraft. According to the report, police detained the person who told officers she thought she was in Washington, D.C. and trying to get to the base. Investigators said she failed a field sobriety test and had a blood alcohol level of 0.119. The legal driving limit in Florida is 0.08. A statement from the military says, "We are aware of the rest. We are cooperating fully with law enforcement."
Wait. She was driving and she hit a plane.
Driving and hit a plane.
Okay, I don't know why in my brain I thought she was flying and like.
Oh yeah, I thought she was flying.
Landed and hit a plane with her plane.
So she was drunk driving a plane.
No, she drove into it. I don't know. This chick is crazy, obviously. Oh man.
She was good till she woke up. She shouldn't have woke up.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like she just played. She's like,
Oh my
no.
goodness. Uber, man, just take an Uber. Or buy a Tesla, put his stuff on autopilot and let it go.
Auto cruise,
Auto cruise, avoid
Cruise
airports.
control. Yeah, put out
buses.
Control. Man, that's crazy. Like, why would you even? I don't get it, bro. Like, why would you even allow yourself to get that drunk? Like, obviously you got some problems, bro.
Yeah. Well, some people, you know how some people are. I mean, it's just people that fall asleep driving, like, which is very common, by the way. But maybe I'm just being self-centered. But I feel like I can never like fall asleep driving.
No, like that. I don't get how people can do that, knowing you're driving the car and just falling asleep. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Full
disclosure, my children's mother was from Atlanta, and I lived in Greenville, South Carolina, and so it was a 2-hour commute to see each other. And I was older, so of course I'm the one who was driving to Atlanta. So I was making this trip so often that I started getting tired on the trip, because if you take something so many times, you start to get bored of it. It happens to complacency. I started driving off a couple times on different trips. I'm like, okay, just wake myself up, pull over. One time, oh my God, I fell asleep. I was out. I know I was out.
Jesus.
Oh, Jesus. He was my co-pilot. I'm telling you that right now. I'm telling you, because I fell asleep and I drove I'm estimating around half a mile to a mile. But I woke up next to a semi-truck. Still in the same lane, and thank God it was a straight shot. But I woke up next to a semi-truck, and I scared the living crap out of myself. I put into the actual median and stopped my car, and I was like, okay, I can't move for a while.
I can't move. Or you probably go to sleep.
I was like, this is not cool. I almost fell asleep. At that point, if I even get a little sleepy, I pull into a rest area, because like you said, that scares me.
As soon as Sean yawns, you already pull it over. I'm sorry.
Yep.
The longest 4-hour trip ever.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right, I think I'm ready to guess. I'm gonna say. All right. So wait, you want to go first? Devin, you want to go first?
No, you go ahead and go first.
All right. First story.
Maine,
Jacksonville,
Mr.
Florida.
Wolf.
Jacksonville. I'm saying North Florida. North
Florida.
I'm confident.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that.
Okay, what do you mean?
I mean, it just from the, I don't know, man. Just from the looks of it, it looks like some hillbilly dude. Like, you wouldn't see that. I don't think you'd see that in Miami. That'd probably be somebody Haitian or Cuban. And then here in Tampa, you probably
could be Cuban.
They wouldn't look like that. I don't see people who look like that in Tampa. That's more like. That's like the ratchet hillbilly areas of Florida.
Yeah, look like he just like came straight down from like Alabama. Just like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
He's even from Florida. Like he might be from, like you said, Alabama or somewhere.
Devin's gonna have us losing our
man, you know some issues. If your mustache is bigger than your lips, it's a problem. You know what I mean? You gotta watch out for people like that.
Yeah,
they up mischief. Man. That's my rule.
Right. Well, unfortunately, you both are right.
Oh, we right?
Oh, okay.
You both are right.
Okay, there we go.
Shit. There we go. My hillbillies when I see them.
This happened in Lake City, which is in Columbia County, which is outside of Jacksonville. Like you said, not too far outside of Jacksonville.
Wow.
So good job.
Bang,
good job.
Bang,
good
bang.
job on that one. So,
all right.
Next story.
Number 2 lady doing a business in the Jeep.
The Jeep.
Oh man,
I'm gonna have to go Miami area with that. South Florida.
I'm gonna say here, man, just because I feel like we have a lot of Jeep dealerships like around Tampa for some reason. So I'm gonna say Central Florida.
Central. Bro, that is a really good point. What he's saying. Because I don't think they are big in the Jeeps in the South Florida area.
Nah.
I'm gonna say. I don't know, but she looks like she could be from South Florida. She has that Cuban look.
Go with your gut. I'm
gonna go with South Florida. I'm gonna have to go with that. I'm gonna say.
All right. So both of you for South Florida, right?
No, I'm
No,
Central.
he's Central.
You said Central. Okay, okay. Just want to make sure. Just want to make sure. Well, you are both wrong. This happened in
What?
Pensacola, Florida.
Oh, where's that? Where's
Pensacola, which
Pensacola?
is Pensacola
North
is
Florida?
just on the other is just outside. Well, on the other side of Alabama, on the other side of the Florida line from Alabama.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll take that L.
It's that I-10 corridor up there.
I'll eat
So,
that. All right. 1 for 1. All right. So we tied. Okay.
all right. Last story.
Lastly. All right. So this lady's the one that crashed into it. I mean,
This woman who the flying under the influence, but you were on the ground.
I'm gonna go with me personally. I'm gonna go with Central Florida just because of the outdoor picture, because that
Yeah.
looks more like Central Florida.
yeah, I was kind of thinking the same. Maybe like a Lakeland type area to where like,
Yeah,
or it could be
somewhere
north
around
though
there.
too. It's somewhere where there's not
Yeah,
a
not
lot
too,
of
not yeah, exactly.
small airport too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Central Florida or just outside of Central Florida.
Okay.
I'm going. Well, all right. So I'm just gonna go north just to switch it up. I'm gonna say north.
Okay.
All right. All right. Well, Serak, you have redeemed yourself.
Let's go.
Devin, you are wrong. You are wrong. This happened in Mayport, which is outside of Jacksonville, which is actually in Jacksonville.
Let's
At
go.
the Mayport Naval Base there.
Oh,
So this happened at the executive airport there, at the Craig Airport.
Yeah, I knew that airport looked familiar, like the executive airport up there in.
Now I can give
Yeah, I
you a
was gonna
chance
say, I
to
knew this
redeem
could be like-
now, Devin. I can give you a chance to redeem yourself. I
okay.
can give you a chance to redeem yourself real
Let's see.
quick.
Let's see.
If you can
Oh man, what's with these
solve
ladies?
this one.
What is wrong with these people?
Yeah, they might be friends.
I kept this one in the pocket just in case. This was actually supposed to be for Rock, but you know,
Nicole Shankster.
he pulled up. He pulled us up out of the hole.
Undefeated. Good luck. Good luck.
Here's
I'm
the
gonna have
story.
to
I'll give you
say-
the story real quick. Make it real quick. As you can see, masturbated woman licked and pleasured herself using a police officer. This is Nicole Shankster. This happened in 2017. She was 34 at the time. She was booked last Tuesday on this early intoxication in a public place, and battery on a law enforcement officer. The cop said Shankter acted out that day, and by acted out, we mean masturbated. A female police officer said she tried to stop her, but the suspect did intentionally sexually satisfy herself on my left arm and licked my right arm while I was restraining her from masturbating.
How you make that claim?
While in police custody.
She feeling me, dog. That's what you just said. Yeah, she was feeling me, but you know.
The intoxication charge is just a second-degree misdemeanor, punishable by up to 60 days in jail.
Okay.
Battery charge is slightly heavier. Normally, this would be just a first-degree misdemeanor, but this is being treated as a third-degree felony since the alleged victim is a cop. Shankster faces up to 5 years of prison for that. Shankster is being held on $5,100 bond and is waiting trial.
Good luck.
Right.
Good luck with that one.
Bro, this is I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna have to go with. This looks like another hillbilly woman. I'm gonna have to say Central Florida. I feel like one of these is Central Florida.
Okay, you're gonna go with Central. All right, so Rocky, you're 3 for 3, so you don't
Wait,
have to take a guess.
I got an answer. I thought I won.
No,
I'm good.
You're 3 for 3.
I don't even want to guess.
but you can
I don't want to mess up this record. I don't want to mess up this perfect record.
Yeah, all right. Well, Devin, you have redeemed yourself. This happened in Pinellas County. Pinellas County is where this happened at. So, welcome back to the club.
See, I would have said something else, but you know, whatever.
I felt like one of these is gonna be Central Florida. I'm like, I know one of these has to be. So,
well,
yeah, I mean, technically, if you just guess the same place all the time, I mean, you bound to get at least one right.
well, no, because none
you know
of them
me.
was
I'll
South
switch it up
Florida.
and I'll skip a county.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, none of them was South Florida. So
No, I skip South
oh
Florida
yeah, that
this
is
time.
true. I'm gonna think about that.
Yeah.
All right, that's fair enough. Devin, where do we if somebody wants to purchase your book, where are we going?
just go on Amazon and just type in Street Scholarships or my testimony, or just type in my name and the books will pop up there.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
Anything
And we
else
will
you
add
wanna-
we will add those links to the YouTube video
Yes.
when it is uploaded as well.
Yes. All right. And then is anything anything you want to tell the listeners about what you got going on?
Nope, just just gonna be looking forward to releasing this third book and hopefully soon traveling to another country.
Nice.
Then I think I might go ahead and start writing about my experiences in those countries and putting them into a book. So
that's what I like to hear.
That's good. Can't wait to read both of those books, to be quite honest with you. Can't wait to read it.
I appreciate that big time. I know I will be sending you guys a copy when I finish this children's book because I feel like this one would do well. And this is my first children's book, so.
And I got a little niece. She's 3, 2. Yeah, 2. So she's definitely gonna get a copy herself. I'm gonna make sure of it.
Yeah, I've got 2 nephews and a niece, and they're all young. So especially my nephew, he's 2. So this will be perfect.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Thank you. You have anything else, Mr. Serak?
I am golden, man. Feeling good. But Devin, thanks again for hopping on with us. Second time is always the best time. I'm just kidding. They both were great. We look forward to having you once the next one comes out. Even if it doesn't come out beforehand, afterhand, we want to know about these adventures, what you're doing, who you're talking to, where you're at, all of the above. We appreciate it. I appreciate it. Sean definitely appreciates it. And we definitely, like I said, we'll have you on very soon.
Okay, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the time and inviting me. And I appreciate all the support. Support you guys 100%. Hope the podcast keeps going up and up.
Thank you.
Appreciate it big time, man.
We thank you. Well, on that note, don't go away. Just hold on to after we sign off, and we'll speak with you in a minute. And on that bombshell, make sure you check us out on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and everywhere you find your podcast. This has been the Weekly Review with Sean Serak. I am Sean Notorious.
And it's your boy Serak Mike. Peace out.